Hey YouTube, what is up? A lot of people always ask if a set is worth investing in, and I always thought that was an interesting question. So today I'm going to try and at least provide the information to you so you can make that decision yourself. For this example, we're going to be using the set of Maximum Crisis right here, bam. It's a set that's about to come out, and a lot of people are wondering if this set is something worth investing in. Now, I'm not going to make this decision for you. I'm not going to tell you to run out and buy a case. I'm simply going to lay out information for anybody who considered buying a case, and you can decide for yourself if you want to spend the money on the case, spend that time on trying to sell these cards, and at least you can maybe at the end of this video understand a little bit better how something like this would actually work logistically. Now, by invest, I'm referring to buying a case, which is usually around $750. As you can see here, this is a pre-order for a case of Maximum Crisis for $750. This is the, average price. You're basically going to buy a case of this and then attempt to resell the cards inside for a profit. Now, let's go on eBay real quick and see what the current prices are at. This is going to be people either pre-selling cards for this set, or is going to be people that got packs early and are selling the cards because they somehow got sneak peek packs a little early. Maybe they're a, rogue card shop opening packs early or something like that. But typically, this is when the prices are highest, and there are going to be there's going to be a lower number of these cards available on the market. So you have to keep that in mind. Lower number of cards available means higher prices usually. That's just supply and demand. So let's go through the secret rares. First off, we have Ghost Ash, or Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring as it is now called. Lowest price, it is at $70. And before you guys ask, I actually do have it set to lowest price and shipping, and buy it now. All the cards I have opened are in this setting, so you don't have to worry. Right now, this card is at $70. Next up, we have Dragonic Diagram, which is also at $70. The reason Ghost Ash is $70 is because it's a staple in pretty much every deck. It negates almost everything in the game and kind of makes it a little unfair if you happen to draw it. It literally negates Max C, which is that explains how powerful this card is. But the reason Dragonic Diagram is $70 is because it's a staple 3 of in 2 of the top meta decks, True Kings and True Dinos. Now, if we look at the next card, which is also a secret rare Masterpiece, we can see what the difference in price is for a staple in 1 meta deck and a staple in 2 meta decks. You can see the price right there. We have this one coming in at $45. Next up, we have the Duelist Alliance card, which is pretty good for Pendulums. Actually, it's a really, really strong card for them. It's $14. We have $10 version of Ultra Polymerization, which missed its chance to be an ultra rare. I don't know why this is a secret rare. Its name says ultra. It should have been an ultra in my mind. Maybe bump like it a secret rare. Either way, let's continue. We have Tornado Dragon at $25. We have Unending Nightmare at $15. And we have Zark, which is the cover card, at $10. And let's take a quick look at just some of the ultra rares I've been able to pull up. Basically, these are the ones that you're probably going to want to try and sell because these are the ones that are worth the most currently. First off, we have Dynamite Knuckle, the True Draco Fighter. It's at $9. Next up, we have another Draco card at $7, yet another Draco card at $7, another Draco card at $7, and then we have Zodiac Laika, or Chakanine, which is what it's called now because it's carrying your chakram. It's also at $7, and then we have this motherfucker, which is the lowest priced ultra rare I could find at $227. So, now that we have all that information, what do we do from here? If we are going to assume that every secret rare you pull is at Ghost Ash's price, you'd make a gross income of $1,680. If you minus the price of a case, that's like $930 profit, but that's like a pipe dream. That's never going to happen. That's the best way to explain it. Every secret rare you pull is not going to be worth this much. This is the best you could do, not the average. So we're going to have to assume that we're going to be pulling a lot worse than every card being Ash Blossom. So the way I'm going to be going about that is with just, a basic average system. If there are 8 different secrets in this set, which there are, and there is pretty much a guarantee that we're going to be pulling a total of 24 secrets because there's 12 booster boxes in a case and there's 2 secrets in each of those booster boxes, 2 times 12 equaling 24. And assuming none of these cards are short printed, which I assume Ghost Ash might be just to, bump sales more, I'd say you would on average pull 3 of each secret rare in a perfect world, because there's 8 secret rares in the set and we're going to be pulling 24 of them in a case, and 8 times 3 is 24. So just with the law of averages, we're going to be on average pulling 3 of every secret rare if they are all at the same print run. If there's, no short prints, no high print rarities or anything like that, if all of them have the same chance of being pulled, we're going to be pulling on average 3 of each of them. That's just a law of averages. Now, I'm not going to be guaranteeing that you're going to be pulling 3 of each secret rare. This is just for this example, but it's going to give us a good spread on the amount of money we can possibly make, and it's a bit more realistic than assuming every card we're going to be pulling is Ash Blossom. So where do we go from here? As I was saying, if we do pull 3 of each secret rare and we are able to sell all of these secret rares at, sneak peek hype price, your total profits of just the secret rares would be $777. Minus the cost of a case, your profit is already $27. If your state has sales tax, your profit is a big fat 0. You're actually negative for the amount of money you make. So how do we continue from this point? There's still all the ultra rares, which range in price from $9 to $2.27. There are 4 ultra rares per box and 12 boxes per case, like I mentioned before. So on average, there's going to be 48 ultra rares that we're going to have to deal with. Now, I'm going to take a shot in the dark, and seeing as most of the ultra rares that I went through are about $7, I'm just going to say on average that an ultra rare is going to be at $7. So if we are able to sell every ultra rare at $7 and there's 48 of them, we would make $336. If we add the totals of the ultra rares and the secret rares together, we get a total of $1,113 gross profit. This is how I assume, or this is rather how much I assume you would make on a standard case if you were able to sell them all at sneak peek and pre-sale prices, which is not possible. Once everyone gets their cases, the market is going to be flooded with cards and the price is going to most likely drop. I mean, I haven't seen a set yet that doesn't drop after sneak peek. It's just how much is it going to drop is the real question. And that's not something I can give you an answer to. That's really something you really can't predict. Occasionally, 1 card or 2 in a set will increase. For example, the Barrage and Pot of Desires actually did go up after sneak peek, but that's really the exception to the rule, not the rule itself. And assuming that you're getting your case at the same time that everybody else is, you're going to have to scrap and fight tooth and nail to actually make some profits, because everybody is trying to outsell one another and they're going to be undercutting the prices to do that. That's basically the easiest way to guarantee you make money. If you see the cards at $70 and you sell for $65, most likely you will buy it, but then other people will sell it for $65 and then someone's going to undercut to $60 and it's going to go down and down and down. That's basically just how this stuff ends up working. Now, I'm going to assume that the initial prices may fluctuate by 20%, but that's just a number I came up with off the top of my head. That is not something you should go by. This is just a number I'm using for this example. Prices can drop 50%, 70%, 2%. They can increase. The market fluctuation is not something that's all that predictable. I'm only saying 20% because I feel that is at least within the ballpark of the realm of possibility. So if we are assuming that all the cards we have drop by 20% in value and we are able to sell them at their maximum price after the price decreases by 20%, and we have a average case, the case we discussed before, our box is now, or rather our case is now worth $222 less, making our gross profit somewhere around $891. This is excluding the supers and commons, which you can get $1 or $2 here for, here and there, stuff like that. But those really don't matter. Those are kind of superfluous at this point. Our net profit, if we go by the assumption we just made, is around $141. So in the end, guys, let me know what you think. You guys, the viewers, do you think that Maximum Crisis is a set that is worth investing in, or do you think it is utter trash? I'd like to know your opinion. This is just a video that hopefully, steered you guys in the right direction, helped you come to an educated guess, which is all I could hope for. I'd really like to know what you guys think. A lot of people say they want to buy cases to get into vending, or they really want to make a lot of trades, so they buy a case as trade bait and stuff like that. I'm really interested to see what you guys think about that, especially considering the fact that this is just the effort you have to put into thinking about buying a case, not even buying it and then trying to move all these cards. That's a completely different ball game and the whole set of other logistics that I don't even want to try and think about right now because it's basically 12 at night. But either way, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and click subscribe because it's free, it's fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.